hit the record button. There we go. And let you introduce yourself some more and everything else.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And I totally really appreciate you guys changing the time for me. I know what that's like for my team. They get all thrown off. So I appreciate it. And I apologize ahead of time for my mom brain, because at this time I'm usually like, okay, can I go to sleep? But thank you for having me. Like she said, my name is Chelsea Ouimet. It starts with an O. So if you ever see my name anywhere on social media, put two and two together. So just a little bit about myself. Before I get into the topic, just because I think that it has a lot to do with how I attract people to this business. But everything that she said, that's great. That's all amazing. But what really matters is why I got into this business. I am a nurse by trade. So I was a nurse prior to coaching. And I sort of, this is something I tell my team all the time. I sort of always knew that I did not want to work the rest of my life. And I don't mean work like I'm a hard worker. I work hard, but when it's on something that I actually enjoy. But I knew that I didn't want to work for someone else the rest of my life. But I never really had any idea how I would make that happen. I just sort of assumed that either I would win the lottery or I would marry rich, and neither of those things happened. So here I am, just building a Beachbody business. And that's not something we ever thought of when we were younger and building our dreams. So yes, I was always an athlete in school. And then once high school sort of ended, I was that girl that was like, well, I don't have a coach anymore. I'm just going to become a big drinker and partier and eat processed foods. But I was what I considered to be skinny fat. So like I appeared to be very thin, but on the inside, like I was just super unhealthy. I ate crap. I filled my body with crap all the time. And then one day I gained 40 pounds and I was like, what the hell? Why didn't anyone tell me that I gained 40 pounds? So that is when I started counting calories with an app on my phone and lost 32 pounds. And you're probably thinking that's awesome. I should just start counting calories. No, you're not, because you're a Beachbody coach. We don't do that. But that's what I did. And it took me 8 months. But in those 8 months, I did not once exercise. I continued to fill my body with just processed foods like low calorie, 100 calorie packs. If I knew that I wanted to go out that night and I was going to drink 4 beers, that's 400 calories I didn't eat that day. It was just super unhealthy. I was always punching numbers. I was attached to my phone. It was just a very unhealthy mindset. And then once I realized that I still did not feel well after losing 32 pounds, I was like, I need to do something. So I started my own health and fitness Instagram. Because I was getting a lot of backlash on my personal page from all of my family and friends, like, we are sick of seeing your meals every day. So I made my own Instagram and just started learning like about actual like whole foods and not, counting nutrients rather than calories and that sort of thing. And that is where my sponsor and I came across each other. I'm not sure who found who, but I saw that she was doing P90X. I saw that she was working from the beach. I saw that she had paid off her debt. I saw that she fired her boss at 25. I saw all of these things about her and I was like, what the hell? What does she do? So one of us reached out to the other. I'm not sure, again, how it happened. She offered me this opportunity many times. I said no about 12,000 times because I said, nope, I'm not a shake person. This is a scam. It's a scheme. It's a pyramid, like all the things that we hear every day. Until finally I realized I was just... it was hard being a nurse. Like I had to choose my hard. I was unhappy in my situation and I was the only one that was going to change it. So I said, why not me? And I finally said yes. But it took a lot of following and creeping and things of that nature to finally jump into this opportunity. So I've been a coach now. In June was 2 years. And I fired my boss and retired from nursing after 9 months of coaching. So ever since last May, I have been a full-time coach, and I am the coach that jumped in from day one. I was never a discount coach. I was never a, I just want my Shakeology paid for. Nope. It was like all or nothing. I wasn't just going to dip my toes in. It was a, this is what I want. I have always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I have always wanted to, pay off for debt, have more freedom, all of those things. And now I have a 5-month-old that I get to stay home with every day. So that's just a little bit about myself. But talking about recruiting, and I really hate that word, and I explain it a little bit differently on my team, but recruiting and attracting people to this business, it truly, truly is about sharing your story, like authentically, so much that people like just cannot stop listening to your story because you're sharing so much about yourself. So that truly is what it comes down to when it comes to attracting people to this business, and finding people that want to work with you. I'll be talking to my coaches and my team all the time, and they'll tell me that they can only find challengers and discount coaches. They can do that all day long, but they can't find someone that wants to work this business. And I feel like we probably all feel that way, right? It's very hard to find people that actually want to stick around in this business or, stay long-term and see the bigger vision. But I'll go to those coaches' pages and I'll see that they haven't posted anything about the business. It's just like challenge groups and fitness motivation and all those things that work in the beginning. And of course we have to post about challenge groups and be a product of the product because that's a vital behavior. But at the same time, I'll be like, well, you haven't posted anything about coaching. How do you expect anyone to know what it is that you're doing, or that you have something to offer, or what coaching is? And they'll tell me, well, I don't want to post about coaching. I don't want, I don't have freedom. I don't have the things that you post about. I don't want to post about, people joining my team because I don't want to seem salesy, or I don't know how to train people, or whatever it is. So many self-limiting beliefs that we all tell ourselves about why we should not post about coaching. But guess what? Every single day, all day long, every single one of my posts is about coaching. Every single one is related back to coaching in some sort of way. And a couple calls that I've spoke on, I've had people be like, wait, you really post about coaching all day long? And I'm like, yes. And I'm not talking about, the posts that say like, join my team, 5 spots left, join me, join me, join me. No, this is not, I don't post those really ever. Like maybe once a month I'll post one of those, but not in the join me, 5 spots left sort of way. But every single day, everything I post about is coaching and this opportunity, because it's changed my life in every single aspect. So why would I not share how much it's changed my life? So if I can go to your page and see that you're not posting anything about the business, that's what everyone else is seeing as well. So again, it's easy in the first 2 to 3 months of our business to post motivation and quotes and challenge groups. But when your goal is to build an income, even if it's just a part-time income, or even if it's just to pay for your Shakeology, you have to share more about what coaching is. You have to attract more than just fitness people. So these are the things that I tell my team to think about when it comes to your posts, when it comes to developing your posts, when it comes to attracting people to this business, and when it comes to the things that you think about before constructing these posts. I'm sorry, serious mom brain. So number one, this is the most important is what attracted you to this business. What attracted you to this business? Write it down, all the things, or maybe it's just one. So again, this is me, and Ashley knows because she spoke on my call about challenge groups. I am not a challenge group lover. My heart and soul is not in challenge groups. It's definitely not my strong suit. It's something that I do because it's a vital behavior. I tell my team a lot to focus on the basics, and that is the bread and butter of this business. So I do it. But my heart and soul is not in them. Like, I don't really have an awesome time running challenge groups. And that's just me being honest. It was not the fitness aspect of this business that attracted me to what this is. It wasn't. It was not running challenge groups. It was my sponsor working from the beach, being home with her family, paying off her debt, quitting her job, having freedom. That is what attracted me to this business. So that is what I share about more than just challenge groups and things like that. And again, I tell my team this all the time. That's okay. If your business is built on challenge groups, and I have so many of my coaches who build solid businesses, just focusing on discount coaches in challenge groups, and that's great. You have to be true to yourself. And of course, post about the things that attracted you to this business. But at the same time, you have to share every aspect of the lifestyle of coaching. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about that in a minute. So number 2, what are the 5 favorite aspects of coaching? What are your 5 favorite? And maybe there's more than 5. And it's not going to be the same answer as what attracted you to this business. So your 5 favorite aspects of coaching. It can be something so simple. I know a lot of my team is always like, well, I don't have any freedom yet, so how can I, post about those things? You have, maybe some of your favorite things are the fact that you have like a second family. You have this support system behind you of like fun virtual friends. Maybe it's the stupid, and I don't say stupid like I love them, but the stupid prizes that we get every month for hitting Success Club. Like, they're awesome. The recognition, the things like that. Like, what are your 5 favorite aspects? Getting free things in the mail, the trips, the prizes, literally getting paid to just work on yourself. So think about the 5 favorite aspects of coaching that are yours. Of course, the freedom, the travel, positivity, fun, support, those are just some of them. But they may be different for you. Get real creative with what they are. And then number 3, of course, post about at least one of those things every single day. Change them up. Think of different ways to portray the lifestyle of coaching. So what I mean is every single thing that we do on a daily basis that you enjoy, which is that's you're a coach, so I'm assuming that you enjoy those things. But post about one of those things every single day, the lifestyle. So we run challenge groups. We, post about your challenge groups. Post that, just someone in your challenge group just lost 7 pounds during the 21-day fix. Like, share that. Find a different creative way to share some part of the lifestyle of coaching at least once a day. And I, of course, like I said, share more than once a day because I like to be unapologetically like in people's faces about this opportunity, not in a way that like people can see my passion and they want to learn more about it. So think about the lifestyle of coaching, every single aspect of what we do, the challenge groups, the traveling, the team calls, the conversations that you have with coaches, the friendships that you're building. Think of every single way or every single thing that someone following you may want to see. I don't know if you guys follow Chelsea Pearson. I don't really follow her per se, but I've watched a couple of her videos. I don't even know how I came across them. I think in the 5-star and above page, but she has built her business based on sharing about the community rather than the income. And like her team she's always posting about her team. It makes all of us want to join her team because it's like this huge tribe of amazing women that I want to be a part of. And you can tell that by looking at her posts because that's what she shares about, the lifestyle of the community and the friendships and her team and that sort of thing. So share about the lifestyle that attracted you to this business, every single aspect of the lifestyle of coaching. That's what I mean. So when people tell me, I don't want to post about coaching, and then they go look at my post and I'm like, I post about them every single day, all day long. They're like, no, you don't. I don't see any join me signs. I'm like, you're not going to. This is what I post about, the lifestyle of coaching. I woke up to no alarm today. My cute little assistant is my 5-month-old. I'm addicted to Shakeology. I don't know. That just came out of my head, but I really am. So think about every single aspect of this business that you enjoy, not just. And of course, there's little things like, and I'm going to talk about it more in a little bit, but there's little things, of course, that have to do with income, but it's not just sharing about like, oh, I make money by working on myself and income. It should be all the little things and the little things about the lifestyle. And then of course you attract what you are. So whatever it is that you want, the type of people that you want on your team, focus on that. So in the beginning of my business, I had a lot of coaches that I recruited. And I will tell you, I think one of those coaches, and she's actually a star diamond of mine, so thank God, but one of those coaches out of anyone that I recruited in the beginning of my business stuck around. All the rest of them disappeared. I'm pretty sure they all went into the witness protection program as soon as they signed up and stopped answering my messages. And that is because I was attracting the wrong type of person. And I look back at my posts and I'm like, oh yeah, I could see, I didn't fully believe in this still. Like in the beginning of my business, I was like, yeah, I'm making like $50 here, $50 there. But I still didn't really see myself, I would see Lindsay Matway or a successful coach and be like, can I really be as successful as them? I still didn't have full belief in this. I was still full of fear. I didn't have confidence in the fact that I could lead them because of that. And they probably all felt me pushing them and things like that. So I attracted the wrong type of person in the beginning because that's what I was sharing about. That's how I was talking to my team. That's how I was doing all those things. So you attract what you are, post like you're speaking to the person that you want to join your team today. But okay, this is huge. This is something that is like day 2, I think, of my new coach training that is so, so important to all of my team. If I can go to your page, and I cannot tell these 4 things when I go to your page, then you should change up your posts. So number 1, can I tell that you're a health and fitness coach? Duh. I mean, if we can't tell that you're a health and fitness coach, anyone that you're talking to, if you're talking to them and you're like, yeah, I'm a health and fitness coach, I've lost 10 pounds, this is what I do as a job, blah, 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 I get paid to work on myself, and then they go to your page and they see nothing, like no health and fitness posts, are like, she's lying. She's not a health and fitness coach. I don't want to join her. Why would I want to work with her if I can't see any proof that she's a health and fitness coach? So number 2, can I tell how Beachbody or this business has changed your life? Can I tell in some sort of way? Have you shared about who you used to be compared to who you are now? Can I see that, you know, you have a physical transformation of some sort, or maybe it's a mental transformation. Mine is all mental. I did not really have a Beachbody physical transformation. I have, of course, done the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme full out at some point in this business. But I do not, I started with the physical transformation technically. So mine is all mental. Can I tell that you run monthly groups? Can I tell, like, are you sharing, you know, what's going on in your challenge groups? Are you sharing results of your challengers? Are you sharing maybe conversations from your challengers saying how much they love this? Like some sort of proof that you run monthly groups. And number 4, can I tell that your followers can do this too? That is a huge one. I post about my objections publicly all the time, weekly, because a lot of reasons, but mostly because I want people to see that I was also that person. I was that person that said no to Shakeology. I literally only signed up with the $40 fee because I said, I'm not a shake person. I'm not going to drink my meals. I refuse to try that shake. I eat completely healthy. I don't need that. And then $300 later, I bought a program in Shakeology after I signed up like an idiot. And I should have just done it from day one, but I was that person. So I'm always sharing, listen, I was afraid too. I thought it was a scam. Listen, I was against shakes as well. I thought of all of these things, X, Y, and Z. So relate to people where they are. That is so huge. So huge. So can they do it too? Can they do it too? Don't make it seem, you know, like this big crazy thing that they have to get all complicated with. I just totally lost my train of thought. Okay. So changing your language. This is a huge one. I don't know if I forget the name of the book by Jonah something. It's about marketing. Gosh, I forget the name. But this is where I got that from. Change your language. And it sounds so silly and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? But seriously, the way that you're wording things in your posts and even in your conversations to people as well makes a huge difference. You have to be on the same level as your followers. Like I said, if I'm posting, yeah, I woke up to no alarm clock today. I slept till 9 a.m. and now I'm just on the couch with my daughter having coffee, and I'll work when she takes a nap and when I feel like it. And now we're traveling 6 times this year and I paid off some debt and blah, blah, blah. People are going to be like, great, that's awesome for you. I could never do that. I, in every single one of my posts, say, yes, you know, it's amazing that my life looks like this now. I got to wake up to no alarm clock, but it didn't always look this way. This is how my life used to look like. I used to have to wake up at 4 a.m. to get my workout in, commute to a job that I didn't like, spend 12 to 16 hours working as a nurse, underpaid, underappreciated, all those things. So I go back to who I was prior to Beachbody and who I am now, always, every single one, because I want people to see that they can do it too, and that I was not always in this spot. I was not like born a successful Beachbody coach. So be on the same level as them. Don't make it seem like something they can't do. The outside world does not know what a challenge group is, and they do not know a lot of things. So I don't ever say like, I have a challenge group coming up. I say I have an accountability and support group coming up, or I have a virtual fit club, or I change the language to make it so that people want to be involved, or it makes sense to them. Like, oh, accountability and support. It sounds like something I need. And I also don't ever, and not because I don't love Beachbody. I definitely, like everyone knows, I'm a Beachbody coach. I talk about Beachbody all the time. I use the word Beachbody. But as far as like the programs and the products go, I don't say I'm doing the 21-day fix just for no reason. I just say I'm doing a 21-day fitness boot camp, or I'm doing my Pilates yoga based program for PIO, or I'm drinking my superfood shake. Like, I just change the words because I'm branding myself. Like, I'm not just a Beachbody coach. This is my business. I want people to join me for, because they relate to me, or because they think that they can do it too. So I change my language as far as the programs and the products go as well. But again, they don't know what a lot of the things that we're talking about are. So I do not post my successful points for my team publicly anymore. And when I do share recognition, like, obviously rank advancements and things like that, I share about publicly, but I go on to explain like Emerald basically means, and not in Beachbody terms, just what I feel it means, as a person, not as a coach. And then I change things from me or my team to we and our team. And that sounds so like small and not important, but it's huge. It's so, so, so huge. Every single time I talk about my team, I'm like, our team is doing this. Our team is ranked to this. Our team is an elite team. Our team this, because I want people to want to belong to the community, that we have, because it is a huge thing. So many people are, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with personality types and things like that. I'm not really familiar with like the colors like Ruby and Emerald and things like that. I work a lot with Josh Coates. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He is a Beachbody leadership mentor. He works with the John Maxwell team. And he has like animal personality types, and most people are golden retrievers, which just means that they're loyal and they just want to belong to something. They just want to belong to the community. So I have so many coaches on my team, and I'm sure you guys do as well, that literally they'll probably never like build a hugely successful team because of a lot of reasons, but they won't ever leave because they love, like, they're the ones that always go to Summit. They're the ones that always register first to the Success Club trips, but they're not really hitting Success Club. Like they're just here because they just love being a part of something, and they love Beachbody. So that's huge. People want to belong to something. And then when it comes to truly, when I talk about recruiting or anyone asks me like, how do you attract so many coaches to your business and that sort of thing, it really, 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 really comes from always sharing my story, always going back to who I was, who I am now, how I failed, how I got here, those type of things. So I'm always unapologetically sharing my story. And this is from, if you guys went to Summit last year, this is where it really hit home. It was Megan Ewaldson and Amy Silverman's talk about this sort of thing, and they talk about breadcrumbing, and I'm sure you guys understand what breadcrumbing is. But of course, every time I'm posting, I'm not sharing my entire story every single time. I'm just giving little bits and pieces of my story in each post and how it relates to that post. You don't want to give the whole loaf of bread. You want to just give little slices at a time. So I'm always breadcrumbing my story here and here and here and there. And then of course, when I do like a big opportunity post or a big challenge group post, I'll share, my bigger story there as well. But there's 4 areas that I share my story: financial, physical, and emotional, freedom and income, and mental health. I feel like that doesn't make any sense. I feel like that's a typo there. But financial is obvious. And again, I get a lot of coaches that tell me, well, that's great, I haven't made any money yet. Guess what? I started this business working, or they'll tell me, I don't know what to post, I still have a full-time job, or I don't know what to post because I'm friends with people that I work with. I don't know what to post because I'm not quitting my job. I don't know, whatever. I started out as working overtime as a nurse. I had no time. I was friends with a few people that I worked with, but at the same time, pretty much I didn't really care what they thought. But either way, financial, like it was the little things. Like literally, I made $25 and I was like, guess what? I'm going to get my nails done. Thanks, Beachbody. And then obviously it grew. I was like, oh my God, I just put gas in my car. Oh my God, I just put 4 new tires on my Jeep. Oh my God, we just renovated our living room. But it's really, truly the little things that people are going to relate to. If you're sharing that you just paid off $12,000 in debt because of this business, everyone following you is going to be like, oh my God, that would take me so long to do that. No, they relate to the little things. Physical and emotional, like I said, I do not really have a physical transformation. This is more mental. I was super, 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 super negative Nancy before this opportunity, before personal development. I was full of anxiety. I literally let it control my life. I was depressed. I was a binge eater, blah, 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 all of these things. And now because of personal development and the support and community, I am none of those things. So I shared that more than anything because that is what this opportunity has done for my life. So every Transformation Tuesday or Throwback Thursday or things like that. Sometimes, of course, I'll do a physical transformation of myself or someone on this team, but normally it's some sort of mental health or what my husband and I's relationship used to look like compared to now because of this opportunity and things like that. But of course, physical is, workouts, Shakeology, that sort of thing. I usually share 3 benefits of each. So obviously like workouts, I'm a new mom. I do not have time to go to the gym. 30 minutes, hello, nap time. Shakeology is obvious. Like I don't have time to eat these days. So Shakeology saves me a ton of time, but just think of like, 3 benefits from each category. And then of course, mental health, like I said, my transformation is more mental than anything. And then when it comes to sharing about this opportunity when you do still work full time or you don't know what to post, I know I have a coach on my team who he works for like the government of some sort. I'm not really sure. Maybe he works for the CIA. I don't know. But he is not allowed to post during work hours because the people that he works with watch his social media. So he tends to tell me that he struggles with that when really just post before you go to work, post when you get home from work, and post before bedtime. But either way, things that I used to post about were like how this opportunity has changed what I do with my free time. I may not have had free time, but when I did, I spent it on calls like this, learning and hanging out with awesome women and, doing personal development, things like that. What freedom do you now have in your free time, or what do you want your freedom to look like? Of course, you're earning a part-time income working on yourself, and all of those things. So sharing your story, posting about what attracted you to this business will in turn just naturally attract the right people or the people that can relate to you the most. So brag about the opportunity without actually bragging about it. Like obviously don't say, I just woke up to no alarm clock, and I get to sit on my couch all day. Don't you guys wish that you were me? No. Add some value every day. What has it done for your life? And relate to your followers. And that is really all I have. I'm sorry I talk so fast. I like to make sure I get it all in.
Thank you so much. That totally helped me in so many ways. Does anyone have any questions for her before we log off for the night?
I do. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you mentioned challenge groups are not your prime focus, whatever. So when you're sharing, I don't know, I guess, I know you obviously run them because you named some language that you use. When you're sharing about the products, are you promoting challenge groups? Or are you sharing it a different way? Like, I don't know how to ask this. Like, so you're running challenge groups, obviously.
Right.
Okay. But they're just not your main focus.
Right. I just find them very tedious. This sounds really awful normally when I say it out loud. I just find them very tedious. I'm not a super creative person. And I would rather focus my time on my team and recruiting. Just because recruiting is my strong suit. But I obviously run challenge groups. I promote one big challenge group every month, of course. I run a team-wide challenge group as well. So the third Monday of every month, our team runs a challenge group together. And I actually just started an open wellness community, like a never-ending thing that's free. Anyone can join it. That I'm trying to sort of transition that into being my challenge groups. If you follow, I think Carly Del Carlo, Amy Silverman, they have those sort of things. And it's just, eventually, some of my coaches are in there, things like that. And eventually, when we're all talking about Shakeology or new programs, or I'm basically just sharing like I would in a challenge group. And then eventually people are like, wait, what is the Shakeology thing that I see you guys talking about in the group, blah, 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 things like that. So it's kind of like a, it's an awesome way. It's still in transition. I actually just started that, but I do run challenge groups, just one a month. And I do promote one challenge group a month.
Okay. So if your focus is not that, then getting your challengers results, are you just communicating with them one-on-one and messaging, or how are you connecting with your clients, I guess?
Yeah, I probably don't connect with them enough. Okay. I am definitely Ruby. If you guys know that personality type, I'm not well at communicating or being friends with my coaches, and you guys are probably like, this girl. But I swear I check in with them via Facebook message. a couple times a week, just ask how they're doing. But I am present in the challenge group. You know,
Sure.
I'm sharing my accountability. I'm going through and making sure that my discount coaches or my challengers are posting their accountability. And if they're not, I'm reaching out to them and that sort of thing. But we're in contact, but I don't really have a set, schedule or things like that I'm checking in with them. But we're definitely communicating and that sort of thing. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just okay, so you're just like more focused on building a team and then helping those people be successful at building a business, basically.
Basically, yeah. I definitely have changed my focus in the last few months since having my daughter to helping people get results as well. Because that definitely was not, I'm guilty of signing challengers and discount coaches, throwing them in a challenge group and just like letting them do their own thing. That was what I used to be. And I've definitely changed that in the past, 6 months.
Cool. Okay. Well, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else before we let Chelsea go? Share. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We totally appreciate you taking the time and staying up late for us tonight. So thank you. And we'll let you go.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And I hope that it helped.
Yes. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.